It's recording.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. The sound a racing fan always hears from the stands or on TV of NASCAR racing. NASCAR racing is one of the most popular sports in America. NASCAR has had many changes throughout history and is always trying to improve the diversity of the fans and the safety of the cars. Did you know that NASCAR sports started with bootleggers? According to Meredith Lafayette, A Brief History of NASCAR, the drivers of the first NASCAR race were moonshiners. The first race was on the beaches of Daytona in 1948. Bill France spearheaded a meeting in 1947 to standardize the rules. Most of the drivers were bootleggers, and Red Byron won the first race. According to Alexa Donner, NASCAR A Timeline, 2 years later, on September 4th, 1950, the NASCAR held its first 500-mile race, the Southern 500, and continued to grow. By 1989, every NASCAR race was televised, and the sponsor partnerships were formed. In 2016, Daytona 500 had an average of 1.4 million viewers. NASCAR is the very important very important part of America motorsports. It is not just a hillbilly race anymore. Fans gamble a lot of money on the car drivers. When I was in Talladega, Alabama, at the NASCAR biggest racetrack, which was constructed in 1969, it was an old air base field that the France family had bought. One of the fans that was a fan of Jeff Gordon, he gambled $24,000 on him. Unfortunately, Jeff Gordon didn't win the race. Dale Earnhardt Jr. won, and that fan was very upset for losing. To be honest, I don't think he really looked like he had $24,000 at the time. According to Bill Shipro, author of The Speed Trap for Time magazine, wrote that NASCAR needed to be more diversified. The fans need to be more diversified. They need to bring more people and to generate more fans. NASCAR is not just the hillbilly races or moonshiner races anymore. Even though NASCAR is struggling, so it does try to regenerate the NASCAR races as much as it can to view more of the new generation. In 2008, the ticket revenue was $188 million. In 2013, it fell to $116 million. Some of the major sponsors were dropping out of the sponsoring for the NASCAR races, mostly because of more healthier choices. The tobacco industry had a lot of sponsors sponsor the NASCAR race, and they were losing a lot of money, and so they pulled out the sponsorships because NASCAR was going green and have tighter restrictions on the tracks. Because NASCAR is going green to keep up with the times and the new generations, NASCAR is wanting to go green with the next generation engine. According to Matt Weaver, author of the NASCAR Braces for the Next Generation Engine, manufacturers are hoping to produce an engine that can be modified over the next few years and become more electrical. Generations are changing through history, and NASCAR needs to make changes of being more diversified for the fans, as well as making them energy efficient for their cars.